Hi, this is Calamage. For this episode of FFWiki Plays Final Fantasy 15, I was too sick on recording day and couldn't really talk for an hour, so I let the other three people record without me. As you'll soon see, this was a mistake. I was originally going to edit my comments in the Discord chat at the time afterwards, but honestly, I've decided that it's probably not going to make any more or less sense if I do so I've decided not to. Except for this one picture of Gladiolus's butt. Enjoy!
Hello, this is Catchus. As you all know, I'm the usual commentator. I'm usually the head commentator of this. Unfortunately, SCM could not commentate his own footage today.
R.I.P. What a shame.
He won't be missed. No offense.
Wow, that's dark. We should probably introduce ourselves.
Oh lord.
Yes, you tried to introduce you should have introduced yourselves like 20 seconds ago.
You didn't prompt us. What are we supposed to do?
Whoa. Niff make this time? Is there nothing?
So anyways, here we are with Sid.
Anywho, show me the parts and I'll show
I'm still on all of the mods. I don't play FF15 on PC. I haven't seen the mods.
Yeah. In case you don't recognize me, this is Techno-Obliterator.
If y'all are having car trouble, Cindy's your girl.
That's my introduction. You'll have to deal with that.
I don't need an introduction. You can figure it out yourself. If you don't know me, screw you.
That works. Alright, so, essentially, because our LP master is not available for today's...
So anyways, we got the good mods now. We didn't have such good mods last session. We just had
These are the good mods? What do the bad mods look like?
The bad mods are Naked Gladio.
Welcome back. You find the place all right?
You got a problem with Naked Gladio? Guy is ripped.
Y'all can hang on to that.
He is.
That's your reward.
Well, this game already has like enough bad fan service the other day.
Speaking of bad fan
she keeps
service...
looking away at random objects while she's trying to talk to us.
It's a good question.
Well,
SCM has just like to issue a correction. He has not actually found a Naked Gladio mod yet. However, I'm sure one exists.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure everyone
I think
exists.
my point still stands.
yeah.
I haven't seen it, but we know there's a nude mod for Cindy. Like, you know there's one out there.
Oh, no doubt there is. Like, fun fact about Cindy, I don't know if this has been brought up in the Let's Play before, but when she was first revealed, or first introduced I should say, in episode Duskate, everyone complained about how skimpy she was. So instead of making her less skimpy, what Tabata decided to do was to change the camera angles in which she appears in scenes.
Well, ain't you a lucky one?
So
But you still have scenes of her like humping cars and stuff, yes.
you
So
still
it isn't
have scenes
actually
like
included
that,
at all.
but that's what he claimed he was
And you
going
can
to.
still personally take a photo of her.
Well, here's what I can do for her.
Yep.
I love that,
Anyways, we already had the
The
Cindy
final
Mobile.
battle.
That was a good one.
How about the decals?
So at the moment we're just watching SCM mod his car, cause
I put off working on my pony hack for this.
Yeah, basically this is basically the entirety of the LP. It's increasingly bad mods and increasingly bad car decal. Actually, no, this car decal is a huge improvement over the Cindy Mobile, which we had for a few
Well,
episodes.
here she is, just like you ordered.
Cindy's accent is still like, I don't want to say it's grating, but it's like, it's very stereotypical.
What's very stereotypical?
Cindy's accent.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's actually pretty cute.
What?
See, even in universe, the characters
Not
hit on Cindy. Thank you.
The charger comes
Yep.
with Cindy's seal of approval, but that is worth the search.
And if we find the supercharger, maybe we'll earn her.
Yeah, Prompto's the only one who's obsessed with her, but the other guys like hit on her all the time. That's kind of their thing.
Oh,
Someone mentioned on the Reddit, like, they played through the game just doing the main quest, avoiding side quests. What did they miss? And people are like, the side quests are the best part of the game. You see the bros hanging out and interacting.
God. We did not need to see like more friendly Kingdom Hearts characters' eyes just like bug out there.
Yeah. Staring deadly.
It'll fill you up, and
This taco guy is so funny, by the way. Like, he's proper jokes. Cause like, you just look at these scenes, yeah. Like, they are the least animated scenes ever. And yet, like, the voice actor is proper, like, the voice actor is talking, like,
something nasty's holding up my
as in,
supply.
basically just, the voice acting does not align with whatever the fuck they decided to do for the animations.
Not so much.
Well, it's hard to witness that in this particular video because there's no actual. We're not actually using that much animation. We're just using this broken mod, and then Taka talking. And Taka, I don't think they actually hired an animator for Taka. I think they just like found some guy on the street.
Yeah, this is just like, this is one of the things that tells you that this game,
I
like,
think
it
it
really
involved,
needed
you know,
more
they spent too
time
much
to
time
develop.
animating Cindy. They didn't have time to animate Taka.
Yeah, they had time animating Cindy fucking humping a car, but they don't have time.
Critical animation, yes.
Also, I realized this was filmed before the new Smash Brothers trailer, but we really, instead of Waluigi, we should have had Luigi, because he recently died in Smash Bros. R.I.P.
Is there a Luigi mod for FF15? I'm gonna look this up now.
I'm sure there is. Like,
Mods FF15 Nexus.
also, this Let's Play is making me jealous, because I played 7 on PC, and I had so many opportunities to mod the game, and I didn't do it because I wanted a pure experience, but now I regret doing that. I should have just modded the shit out of it.
Perhaps procuring beans.
Yeah,
isn't a
that's.
complete
I wouldn't have played the city as long as I did if I didn't discover the glory of mods.
I'm glad you think this is
Mm.
funny.
And here we see the best part of the game when there are side quests that are so pointless, not even the characters give a shit.
Yeah. Hey, Sid told me to do something, so can you go here and pick some veggies for me?
Everything in order.
Yeah, that's about
We also
right.
see the the best feature of these mods, which is that Waluigi's hat is on top of the car, except then he fixed it.
Goodbye. But she said it's the place where
Sounds
legends are
right.
made. And goods produced in the palace have yet to match that.
Oh, why
caliber
did you not
of
skip
enough
the
for
fast
30
travel?
years.
Pretty impressive.
Because it's funnier to watch Waluigi's head turn around.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah,
So
that's
Noctis
good.
enters the Omega. Does he enter final form?
Oh my god. As soon as you enter combat, you immediately enter a menu.
Yeah, well, this is menu video game.
This,
Oh, okay, it's not as bad as Tactics. Where at one point in Tactics, I like actually had just 20 minutes of straight menuing, and then after that, I always cut it out. But I would frequently be cutting out like 15 minutes, 20 minutes of menuing per video after that.
oh, I didn't spend too long in the menus, to my credit.
Yeah, because in 7, you just need to change your materia every so often and like upgrade your gear.
See, like, you're doing, like, what SCM is doing here is what most players do not bother to do, which is he's actually spending time to make the spells actually decent. And of course most do not bother to do that, and then they just whack the enemies over and over and over, and then complain about how the game is just press circle to win. Which is like, I mean, there is more depth to the combat, you just don't need to use it.
Yeah, if you don't need to use it, then there's like no reason to use it, right?
Then
This
you get
is
the
true.
Omega Unleashed, and it does become press circle to win.
Yeah.
Have either of you
I've
guys
heard.
actually played the Royal Edition, gotten that new accessory that upgrades the Omega?
Oh, I haven't played the Royal
I have
Edition
not
of the
played
game yet.
I have, and I'm not even kidding, it's broken. Like, you face like level 70, 80 boss, you enter the Omega, and it dies in less than a minute. Just hold
Yeah,
the
I've
circle
seen-
Yeah,
button.
well, in this game we have or in this LP we have the Magitech armor, the Power Ranger armor, that just makes you invincible for half an hour.
Yep.
So,
See, I've
that's
seen
how we
like
fill the level
top
50
10
gap by level
lists.
20.
Like there are top 10 lists for like top 10 best characters in the series, and not like best written or best anything like that. It's just top 10 most powerful leads. And you would think Squall would be up there because of his like limit break is fucking ridiculous, or maybe even Cloud because Omnislash is ridiculous as well. But nope, every single list Noxus is the top because he's so overpowered. Like,
Well, yeah,
I mean,
because this game's combat is broken to shit and bad.
yeah, like, not so he's got armor
It
gun
also,
release.
it also just doesn't work. If the camera jumps around, it gets stuck in freeze every 3 seconds.
Like, the
Yeah,
thing
he's
that,
also, like-
I always bring is like you get into huge, aside from the camera side, you get in a fight with like 4 or 5 enemies. You see the block icon up on the screen. You don't know which enemy you're blocking. You just hold square, and eventually something will bundle into your shield, and then you hit circle to counter or parry it. You don't know which enemy's attacking you though. You just hold square because the screen tells you to.
Yeah, that's about right. Like, the thing is, he's also not even just got armor gun unleashed, and the fact that he's got literally every weapon in the game he can equip. It's also, like, he's got the Ring of the Lucii, and that ring will kill any enemy in one hit, more or less. So once you get it, you can basically just kill everything. There's like...
Well, isn't that the point of this LP, to fight things that are way too overleveled for?
Well, yeah, like, I mean, like, him fighting enemies that are overleveled is kind of like a little balancing act for how, like, easy the combat would be if it weren't for that. So, if anything, he's just kind of, like, balancing it out by...
Well, for the record, these guys are not overleveled compared to the party. It's just that they have way too much HP.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
I
Like,
also have
these...
a problem where I can't tell if the video quality is just really bad or
No,
the mod is just fucking with the FPS.
I'm
Which is
pretty
sort
sure the
of
mods are
because-
fucking with it.
I'm still not quite over the fact that I gave up working on ponies for this.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could be working on ponies, or you could be watching Waluigi, like, hammer down on some deer. And I honestly think that of those two choices, you should pick Waluigi every time, for the simple reason that it's not ponies.
It's Final Fantasy VI ponies.
Luxury, here we come.
That's still ponies.
Easy, bitch. Frugality, please.
Oh, you poor fool. You are ignorant of how awesome it is. I forgive you. In my defense, though, at least this is a relatively boring part of the LP. This isn't like where something's actually happening and none of us it's just that none of us give a shit.
Yeah, to be sure, this is not the most exciting episode except for the mods, but the mods are pretty important.
Yeah.
The mods are very important, that is true. But I still think the character choices are so weird. Like, I mean, I get Sora and Donald. Why have we got Riku in instead of Goofy? And why have we got Waluigi in at all? Like, I mean, Waluigi, it's funny to see his head like screw over all over the place. That aside, like, what the fuck is he doing here?
I'm thinking like you have Mario as Noctis, then you have Wario as Gladio, Prompto can be Luigi as Luigi can be Ignis for the smart one, and then Luigi is Prompto, and now we got the whole clan.
I'm really curious who
Iris
he's
gets to
going
be
to pick
Toadstool,
as...
of course.
I'm just curious who he's going to pick as Aranea.
So anyways, here we see more hunting, except this time it's the deer hunting Waluigi. And I can't believe I just said that sentence. These guys are also like level 9, so this is like ultra going.
Yeah.
They still take
No, they're level 29.
Sorry about that.
Wow, this game is so challenging. Except, not really.
No.
It's not even challenging, it just takes forever.
Honest trailers. Trailers just spam attack and popping potions like an addict.
Yep.
That's a real problem with this game. They needed a white mage. Only heal is
They really did, you know. Like, they needed actual white magic spells instead of just relying on items all the time.
But the potions are white magic spells. They're more friendly Red Bull that somebody casted Cure on anyway, my god.
Nice. I do think that abilities like that, like the Link Strike abilities, are so fun.
Yeah. Like, it is actually a lot like Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, it is just a lot of button mashing, but at least it's fun button mashing. There was some strategy in how you set up your techniques and use them in that.
Yeah, that's right. Like, I mean, it's more fun than people sometimes make it out, and it's more deep than sometimes people make it out. But it's still like, it's not exactly Final Fantasy 12.
No. The thing I remember is like, I never used anything except for swords, because like I tried different weapon types, I barely noticed. So, you know, like maybe
The
this weapon
spears
goes a
are
little
alright.
slower, this weapon it looks a little different, but it doesn't really mind much.
Yeah, like, the ones, like, I never used daggers up until I used the ultimate daggers. I don't know if Royal Edition has added more powerful weapons. Definitely I remember, like, there are these daggers.
There aren't new weapons, but I don't know about ultimate ones yet.
Right, okay. But like there are these daggers you can get, and they're like basically if you combine it with this thing, this like Ignis's most powerful recipe, if you combine it with that, then like it does a critical hit on every attack. So it basically kills Adamantoise in like 20 minutes. But that aside, those were the only times I ever used daggers.
I fought beat the Adamantoise without him, but that is the most horribly coded fight I've ever seen. I had no fucking clue what was going on in that fight.
Oh yeah,
the camera
like,
kept going inside of his body, and I kept like trying to warp strike him and missing, because I was targeting a part of his body that technically Noctis couldn't reach. It was I just held R and triangle, and eventually he died.
Yeah, like that's probably the only real like issue I had with Adamantoise, is just the camera sucks sometimes. But I remember it was so rewarding when I finished it so quickly, when everyone else is making videos of them killing it in like 3 hours. Like that's the thing with what's it called? Yasmat from 12. Yasmat, like, I mean that boss, like, you cannot cheese that boss.
Yeah, you
or
can.
not to the same extent.
Yeah, you can.
Turn the FPS up.
But you cannot cheese
Like,
it
I'm
to
not even kidding.
get it
What you
killed
do
in
is
like
you cast
15
there's
minutes.
videos, like you cast reflect on the party, and you bounce Darkuga off them.
Alright.
I mean, that does not make it go any faster.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But like, I mean, you cannot cheese it to the extent where you can like get it down in like 5 minutes or so. But with Adamantoise, you can use that trick to do
Well,
it.
let's see. I'm just curious.
There might actually be some strategy that someone has found. Like, definitely, like Zodiac versions made it a whole lot easier. But like, Yasmat is such a hard fight, and Adamantoise is like,
This one kills him in
it's
20
hard,
minutes.
but it's not as hard.
Oh hey, there's Yasmat in 8 minutes.
Oh, nice. Okay, I eat my words then. Oh wait, are they using 4 times speed? Because if they're using 4 times speed, they're cheating.
Now that's part of the game mechanic.
I mean, I guess so. But even still, like, that's really cheap. To just say, oh, we killed it really fast. Yeah, because you made it go quicker. That's like if someone installed a 4 times mod for 15, they could probably kill Adamantoise in like 4 minutes.
Fair point.
And I'm fairly sure there is a 4 times mod or something like that. Like, there are the mods we've got here already are like the tip of the iceberg. Like, I'm sure there are
yeah.
some ridiculously...
You're talking to a guy who used to mod
Like,
the
some-
city. I can only imagine what's out there.
Yeah.
No, these are like fairly tame mods. I call them good mods for a reason. Again, SCM is a wise god and has blessed you with the right to not look at Gladio's ass for an hour. Instead, you have the Waluigi mod.
So we can look at
Has
Waluigi's
that
ass
tell
for
you
an hour?
this?
What can I do you
Oh,
for?
he has his purple
Make sure
pants
you're
on.
eating right.
So if SCM listens back, here's what I want for the next playthrough. I want to see these mods. I want Mega Man Zero as Noctis. I want Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank as
Yes!
Prompto.
Definitely agree with
Ratchet.
Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank. Anyway, carry on.
Look at all these lights.
I'm just thinking.
They ought to keep the demons at bay.
I want to see Xemnas as Gladio. No, I want to see Ganondorf as Gladio. And let's have Zexion as Ignis.
Welcome.
I'm sure those mods are out there.
What you like?
For what it's worth, I do agree that you should have one of the characters be Ratchet, but not Ratchet and Clank. No, you need to make one of these characters one of those girls, you know, who goes to the club and gets super wasted.
Oh,
And-
fucking hell.
Yeah, you need to have one of those type of people. You don't Ratchet and Clank is whatever.
This will be tough.
Also, SCM would like to issue a correction for the record. The Waluigi mod is specifically balanced to Prompto, and you can't just randomly mod anyone into Waluigi. Well, there is a Noctis to Waluigi mod. However, that would be stupid. This is a very serious Let's Play, and we're not going to have a...
Oh, please.
We're not going to have
We can make Noctis wear a giant cup noodle hat, and we don't need mods for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright,
It's a very
so-
serious LP. If this was a joke LP, we would be wearing the cup noodle hat. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so just a
We would
bit of
also
an
be playing
update.
Justice Monsters 5 for an hour, because that would be even stupider than just running around and hunting random shit. Also, why are we killing your Jimbo this early in the game? Why is your Jimbo just a weak coward in this version?
Oh,
what are
fucking
the-
I
I missed
love
this.
this mod. I love this mod. Like,
What?
I just realized what the mod is.
Are we playing a Solid Snake?
Yes. I just realized what it is. I love this mod. Anyway,
If I
just a
played
quick
Metal Gear, I'd
update
be impressed right
on
now.
how the mods work in this game is that and thanks to SCM for this information. Basically, the mods are tied to specific characters. So the Waluigi mod is a turn prompter into Waluigi mod, which is what he's using here. But basically, for the mods to work, like you need So, for instance, if we wanted to turn one of them into Ratchet, it would be a turn.
I'm actually curious now. So if you change the mods like in the middle of the game, when you camp, do the photos stay the same of the old mods, or do they change? To
Looks
the new
like
mods?
it.
Photos stay the same as with the old mods. So we have plenty of photos of Waluigi sitting at the romantic date with his best friend, Kingdom Hearts characters.
Aww. Oh, I actually legit
So
like
this
this
is-
scene. This is a cool scene.
And if it wasn't for the fact that they were Metal Gear characters.
So, what you
Like,
doing? Nothing much.
Metal Gear Solid best fucking series.
Cool.
And it's like so this specific Snake model is it's Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid 4, except he's using the young Snake
Hell of a day,
like
huh?
camouflage, which is why he doesn't appear as old
But it
Snake.
was fun.
It would be funny
Everyday
to see
fun.
Prompto
Even when we
Noctis
almost
as
got
old
ourselves
Snake.
killed.
But alas, that's not what we're getting
I
here.
never imagined it'd work
It
out like
actually
this.
fits really well
And I'd get
because
to go
like
on an
Metal Gear
adventure
Solid
with you
uses
guys.
ultra realistic graphics, and that's kind of what 15 tries to
How
aim
long have
for.
we been friends now?
So I think this mod like
Let's see,
fits
beginning
in
of
the
high
game
school,
ridiculously
so
well.
That's 5 years? Yeah, but we've known each other way longer than that. Ever since elementary
So according to
school, right?
SCM, he didn't actually know it was possible to trigger
You
this
still
scene this
remember that?
early.
Could
But to
hardly
be fair, I
forget
didn't know
being
that either. I
dogged
didn't realize that you could just have Prompto talking to some
It isn't
faceless
exactly
expression.
easy being in the presence of
I didn't know that was in
royalty.
this
And
game at
when we
all.
did meet in high school, you pretended it was the first time. Yeah. The first time I worked up the nerve to say something.
My question now is it
Just like
possible
yesterday.
to add
Should have said something sooner.
Dissidia character models and mod them into 15?
Oh, no.
It probably it depends on how detailed they are. It probably is, but you know they would probably look like crap because they're low quality.
Back then,
Right,
I
okay.
was...
I mean, I know they'd look like crap and they'd look out of place, but come on, we just had a fucking Sora mod. So,
Like I'm just
Like-
looking like you know people did like Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword models into
Can't just stop
Cydia.
halfway.
yeah.
They did like
Like, I
original
mean-
FF10 mods and into the Cydia. It could
I
probably
used
be
to
done.
super shy.
I'm sure it could.
Couldn't talk to people.
Because my
matter
request.
if
Sword
it
was
would
much
look
better
good.
off when Prompto was too shy to talk to people, and
At
now
least
he just
not real
talks
ones.
about random shit and dresses cosplays as Waluigi half the time.
Yep.
And there were times when I felt...
So yeah, I think the world was better off when Prompto was in
Worthless.
middle school or whatever this scene was about.
Well, that's the thing.
See,
I like, this,
like-
'cause, Gladio's the big tough guy. He's all about survival and healthy and working out and that. And Ignis is the team cook and the team driver, and he's the smart guy and the tactician.
Anything but a...
What does Prompto, you know, bring to this dynamic that of value to Noctis? That's kind of like what he's expressing here.
I'm a mess of hang-ups.
Mm.
I've always felt...
Well, I mean,
There you
Prompto
go.
is still a
Prompto's
pretty.
brought an inferior
I'm not
complex,
royalty,
superiority
and I'm not
complex,
strong.
got it.
Like, Prompto is like a.
Really.
He's a very.
Unlike Gladio,
I'd say
I'm not
he's
good with
important to
people.
the dynamic, but I
He
understand,
connects with them, he's
like, how
operating on
he
a different
feels in
level.
his situation, how he feels
Unlike
like
Ignis, I'm not
he's the
smart,
useless
and
one,
I can't cook
but-
to save myself.
Like, I mean,
But when we
you
hang
can't
out,
really imagine the
it's
team
so much
without
fun.
Oh,
Prompto.
SCM's talking to us in the chat. Hi,
You
SCM!
just noticed this?
He's been
Like,
talking to us the whole time.
how-
In my defense, I have not defense. I don't really
remember
pay
that I don't
attention.
belong.
Talk about how boring this game, this LP, this
Every moment
pod is. You don't
desperate
get to
to
blame
earn
me
my
for
place.
not listening.
To prove that I'm good enough.
I mean, I quite like that they had this kind of character development in here. Like, it kind of
Look what you
breaks
will.
things up a little bit, but it just
I think you're
like
good enough for me.
the only
So,
problem with the like
you
the
really
way
think I'm
the
doing
way they
okay?
did it here.
Yeah, I
It's
do.
like they literally
Anything
did
else?
it so that
Uh,
like
no,
if you're just
nothing
in
at
the
all.
inn and you basically
I'm
want to
sorry
get
I
on with
got
the
so
game,
real.
and then suddenly this scene
You should know
interrupts
better by
you,
now.
then
If I
like
just made
most
time for
people will
anyone,
not
loser.
like
Huh?
will not really be sticking around to watch
Why,
this
you
scene.
mad,
They'll
bro?
just be trying to skip through it,
Seriously though.
and then they'll totally miss this bit.
Thanks for making time for
And
this,
so like
loser.
it feels like it should be incorporated into the main story at some other point.
Feels
but-
good.
Well, if you're going
Then again, I
to do
don't know.
the inn as a natural course of gameplay, wouldn't you have happened this then?
All right, I'm gonna keep on.
Yeah,
keeping
I
on,
suppose
the only way
so.
I know how.
Like
Yeah. You
I
do
don't
that.
know, like I just feel like they could have done it a little bit differently, but I mean I do think it's good that they added this in.
Yeah. I like
The
the
only
tours
problem
too.
is,
Like when you
aside
get
from
sleep at or camp at the havens, you get the tours. I like those bits.
yeah, the tours are great. Like those are a great addition.
Yeah.
The other thing I would say is they only really did it for Prompto and they didn't do it for the other two.
Well, you never know. Maybe they did do it for the other two. We just haven't found it. I mean, the game does have a lot of like little things like that. You wouldn't
Yeah,
know
there
about
might be
the tours
some
until
kind
you
of
found one.
coding bug. Like there might be a bug that means the other scenes don't show up.
It's possible.
SCM would just like to point out that there are 3 tours for each party member.
Yep.
Like the one thing I remember is like, I'm just thinking like Final Fantasy VI because I'm just thinking of that now. There's a couple items in the games that are unobtainable. Why? Because the developers accidentally put them like 1 square to the right in a place you can't get to. It could just be a glitch.
Yeah, it
I feel like
probably.
they probably would not make that mistake for this game, but they also didn't bother to make like basic stuff like the camera work, so it's possible. I think that
Yo, this link system is really nice.
I
Also,
hope they do, like, if they do retcon the ending, I hope we get a final boss where you can take the bros in with you. Because, like, I like the final
Yeah,
boss as
that'd
it
be
is
great.
with the one-on-one duel, but then you play the game using the combo attacks like this, and then it goes down the tubes and means nothing.
SCM, can we have a Raiden mod? As in, can we turn Noctis into Raiden from MGS4 or Metal Gear Rising next time? Because I'm just looking at Snake, and I think Raiden would fit a little bit better.
so. Anyways, here's ads. My favorite part of any fight in this game.
I want a mod to turn the Magic Tech Troopers into FF6 style troopers with the brown on tan armor.
I still just want a mod that turns Noctis into Raiden, and then replaces the background music with Rules of Motherfucking Nature. Oh my god. Rules of Nature
No.
is so good. I wish they made a
Turn
sequel
Noctis
to that
into
game.
Deadpool.
Oh yes, Deadpool. Noctis Deadpool. Please make it happen. They even made a
that
Deadpool
sounds
game.
incredibly
It's on Steam. It should be able to mod it. I'm sure someone will
No,
have made
what
a
the
mod.
fuck is happening to you, Mike? It's like imploding on reality. Like, your sound quality is just like defying reality and like causing the universe to melt.
I'm surprised they managed to get like a PS3 game's character models into this. But I'm happy.
Mod Gladio to look like snow.
Oh my god.
Aw,
that
I was
like-
expecting a resounding chorus of no! I'm disappointed now. Mod
Well,
Arden to
Snow
look like
was
Caius.
voiced by Troy Baker, so I can't get mad at him. Grandhorn, oh my god, like, I mean, I have a unique perspective on all this because I'm just looking at these enemies and it just gives me like horrid flashbacks to when I was spending like basically so much time making the enemy pages for all of these enemies that I hadn't even fought yet, and I was spending more time editing the wiki for these enemies than I was actually playing the game. So everyone had finished the game like 2 weeks or something ridiculous like that after
Yeah,
I had
that sounds
finally
familiar.
just started playing it,
Wiki has
and
that
I was
effect.
just so annoyed. And I literally had to
So
like,
anyways, here we are with Grandhorn. Actually, no, here we are with sticking the air with a lance, and then getting launched backward and slamming into a rock. And then walking into the rock. And then teleporting onto a rhinoceros. And then teleporting onto a tree. Fun stuff.
there's no Snowvilliers mod yet, but that's only on Steam Workshop. There might be one eventually, I'm guessing. I'm sure someone will make a Ratchet mod. And someone also needs to make like, alright, what else do we want modded in the game? I would like to see, okay, if we're gonna add Ratchet and Clank, I want to add Jack and Daxter, obviously. Even though that might be a little bit harder.
I do
would
know
love
there's a
to
mod for the
see-
Cydia that makes Laguna into Ratchet.
That does not surprise me. That actually fits really well. Are there any mods that can change the music? Because I still want a Rules of Nature mod.
Why does Prompto sound like he's the one panicking when he says that?
When he says
I
what,
think
sorry?
we've been over this like in every episode so far, which is the combat voice acting is pretty bad.
Like, the thing that makes me seeing this, like, the thing with like the party members like rescuing each other out of danger, I almost never need that mechanic because elixirs are so dirt cheap. If I see someone enter danger, I'm just like, elixir, here you go.
Yeah, that's pretty much the case.
Like, oh, you can
I
just wait
used
for
to-
another party member to wander over and put their hand on your back.
It's also really easy to farm gil in this game. Like, there's definitely like a super easy way to do it. Like, there's one hunt I'm pretty sure that you can do over and over and over, and then you sell something that you get from the hunt. I don't remember what it was, but it's either that or it's like you basically kill some enemies and then you can sell recipes or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I remember like there's one enemy that you kill it repeatedly and then you sell this thing it drops. But I don't even think you need to use that because like gil is not hard to come by in this game.
Yeah. You guys, the thing I find hilarious with the Oil Edition, one of the things they add to the camp is training with Aranea. And like for each training battle, if you lose it, the party member does their like recovering you from danger motion at the end to end the fight. If you lose against Aranea, you see her, like, the motion she uses to recover danger party members. It's basically like she kneels in front of you, like, takes Noctis's chin like she's talking to him, and then just slaps him. And that's how she recovers him.
Are we going
It's like,
to see
no, you're not
RNA
gonna beat
modded?
the demons that way. Is that all you got? Smack.
Because I would like to see RNA modded. Also, I'm pretty sure they're coming out with episode RNA.
Yep.
And that's the one I'm actually really excited for because I love RNA's character.
But first there's episode Arden.
Episode Arden I love as well. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Like what I legit think they should do is like add Arden's weapon to the game as like a 14th royal arm, and then Noctis can get his own royal arm in his DLC, so we can have 15, and the symbolism works.
That would be great, yeah. Like, I mean, Arden is just the most underrated thing about this game. Because
Yeah.
he's so well written. And it just goes over
Honestly, I
so
think
many people's
like
heads.
this game isn't perfect. It's got a lot of problems, but I think this game is like people expected way too much from Versus 13. They were gonna,
yeah.
you know, they're thinking Versus 13, it's gonna be the most amazing thing ever. It wasn't. It wasn't even when if Nomura stayed on the project. For what it is,
Yeah, that's the
Versus
thing,
15
is like-
fine.
There was nothing really to Versus 13 because, as Nomura normally does,
Yeah.
it's like what he basically does is he doesn't make games, he makes trailer moments for games and then works the game around those trailer moments. And that was what happened with Versus 13 because basically when Tabata picked it up, like there was barely anything to work with, and that's
Yeah.
why he had to redo so much stuff because there was almost no story planned out at all. He basically said, oh, these characters look cool and these plot points sound fun, so I'm gonna put these into a trailer and then do something based on that. And Tabata said he can't really work with that, and that's why he had to redo so much stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Like that's what I read in an interview. He was like, you know, they released so many trailers. There were things like he felt like the stuff he has to keep in the game because fans saw trailers and
I'm sorry
liked
to
it.
interrupt your guys' hot take about Square Enix's development cycle. I know it's like really important, but I actually have a more important announcement, which is that we do not have a Naked Gladio mod, but there is actually a viable alternative, which is even better than the Naked Gladio mod. So you should be really excited for that. It also won't get us banned from YouTube, which the Naked Gladio mod might. You can go back to saying things that are totally wrong about Tabata and Nomura now.
Well, no, like,
Yeah.
you read the development cycle. Like, Tabata hasn't come out and said. Basically, he got handed a design document with a few trailer footage and ideas and told, "Have fun."
yep, that sounds
I'm
about
going to
right.
interrupt you guys again and remind you that we are actually fighting Yojimbo, who is level 54, I guess. And we're like maybe not even half that, because this game is broken and stupid. And oh wait, are we using the invincibility mods? I think we're using invincibility, or not the invincibility DLC rather. Yeah.
Yeah, we're using the power armor that does it.
Yeah. So,
It wouldn't be possible without
that's
that.
basically what
The
it is.
copyright-proof armor.
Using the invincible DLC to just kill everyone.
Yeah, Yojimbo shouldn't be Yojimbo. What it should be is what this game calls Gilgamesh should be
Yeah.
Yojimbo, and this should just be.
Well,
a
I
normal
had
fight.
I mentioned this to you, Techno. I think they should have said Gilgamesh was Orin. You know,
Yeah,
this ancient
or
bodyguard
Orin.
with one arm that was this legendary warrior, and he was turned into an immortal. That's Orin. That's not Gilgamesh.
Like, yeah,
That's
that,
Orin.
like they could have
think
legit
it
done
would work.
that. Oh, you know what? If they did that, yeah,
I don't know,
that would
actually-
confirm the fan theory from Kingdom Hearts that the Auron that appears in KH2 is the real Auron. Like, the one that Hades revives is the real one. Because then they can do that here. They can have, like, Auron is, like, some revived ancient, like, warrior. And it's actually the real Auron that got revived and brought back here. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would hate the whole idea of connecting the worlds, but it would be so cool to do that. Like, it's definitely better than
your
just
other
making a
hot take about
bastardized
Kingdom Hearts,
Gilgamesh.
to let you know that this was actually the second attempt at the fight. The first attempt was edited out because Noctis just got one shot. He didn't go put into danger mode. Yojimbo just attacked Noctis and he immediately died. No, there was no danger mode. But anyways, we can't fight your Jimbo at this level because of invincibility DLC, so why the fuck not? It looks really cool, but we're not actually care about what these attacks do. However, this fight is going to take like 3 years. Anyways, you can go back to saying things that are incorrect about Kingdom Hearts now.
Yeah. So basically, if they had made this Gilgamesh into Auron, then like they could have connected the games in a weird way and like confirmed that Kingdom Hearts 2 fan theory, and that would have been pretty neat. But I understand why they chose not to do that.
Well, it's like the fan theory about the relationship between 7 and 10, where 7 is like the distant future of 10 or something like that.
Yeah,
they got the airship and they go and they discover material and shit.
Yeah, that's basically right. I mean, the connection works, but a lot of people hate it, so a lot of people just reject it. And the connection is only really mentioned in Ultimania, I'm pretty sure. So, like, it doesn't. So, a lot of people don't think anything of it. Although, like, I do think that, if they did, like, connect the games in that way, it would be pretty neat. If anything, 15 seems disconnected just because the Gilgamesh that appears in 15 is not the usual Gilgamesh.
Yeah, he's clearly not the same Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
You can give him the name, you can play Battle on the Big Bridge, but that ain't the same Gilgamesh.
I know.
Square Enix is like really pretty much been confirmed. It's always the same Gilgamesh. This ain't the same Gilgamesh.
Like
So I have another announcement.
that's the big problem. Is like I'm pretty sure they only called in Gilgamesh to A, play Battle on the Big Bridge, and B, to sell the DLC. Let's be real. Like that's the only reason they include it. Like, but because, and it was just really disappointing because Gladiator is my favorite character aside from Arden, and Gilgamesh is one of my favorite characters.
What are you trying to say? We can't hear you.
Let me try again. Testing.
No, like I can't hear. Crazy, just Cat is trying to say something. I can't hear him.
All right. Sorry, Cat. You can go.
Cat? I think we lost Cat.
No, he's.
Yeah, Cat's gone.
Low. Yep, slow clap.
So Techno, it's just you and me now.
Looks like it. We've got 20 minutes to go. I love the chat right now. Like, we have to include a screenshot of this. We have to include.
Now I just have to wait for Techno to disconnect, and I can take over and make this the Philly Fantasy 6 LP. We did what we did part 1 for April Fools. We will continue it someday.
By the way, important announcement.
Oh God!
Holy shit! Wait, we need to.
For those not
screenshots of
on
this
the Discord chat, SCM linked us that Gladio mod he mentioned earlier. Gladio and a lion cloth G-string.
Yep.
Wow.
That'll do. Like, that is acceptable. Oh, come on, Jim.
Okay. I actually have to step away for a moment because my supper is ready.
Alright, I think I'm back, so I'm gonna be the superior replacement. Unfortunately, I lost control of the video, so I no longer have the video.
It's 43.
I can give you a timestamp if you want.
Okay, okay, give me the timestamp.
Well, right now I'm at 43, 25, 26, 27, and so forth. I'll be right back.
Hey, who's up for a bite?
Just go to 43, 45.
Okay, whatever, I don't give a shit. I'm somewhere around the same area as you. Also, I'm not going to be connected for very long anyway, so...
That's fine. You'll have to do.
Welcome.
I'm disappointed at the lack of mod changes.
Hey, you're alive.
So anyways, I think we were talking about the new naked Gladio mod, which isn't really naked, but you do see most of his ass, so I mean, it's basically the same thing. He also has like very nice tattoos.
Yeah,
Back.
I would get tattoos like those if I was as manly as Gladio.
I'm impressed that the developers modeled those tattoos that people would never get to see.
Hey, you're alive.
But I mean, good on them, I guess. If they thought that was what was worth spending developer time
What'd you
on.
like? These are some pretty tough customers. Thanks for your business.
It's always worth spending developer time allowing people to make bad mods. Like, I feel like that's like half the enjoyment people get out of this game at this point. It's like Diablo 3. Diablo 3 never really died, it's just...
Anti-darkness
League of
inners,
Legends.
I've never seen that item before. But oh well, it exists.
Looking for a place to stay, aren't you?
Alright, let's see if we trigger any random scenes this time.
No, I doubt it. I don't think there are any. Like, it's only in that one hotel that Prompto was at,
Special.
and those campsites. Aside from that, there aren't many.
Boss. Come now.
I'm back. Is the
Welcome
LP
back.
still a disaster?
Yeah, but for different reasons. Anyways,
Good, I was worried I missed something important.
no, you missed absolutely nothing. Nothing has happened in this entire episode except us cheesing a boss with bad LP. And also, what the fuck?
What's the mod this time?
That is some bad photography.
Oh,
I might be
Same
totally, I
mod.
had totally the wrong time stamp, but I just saw some terrible photography.
Hey, why don't we take a group picture over there?
That might be the most interesting thing
Seriously?
that's happened all episode.
you said sure to
One,
that?
I love that when his pictures are like objectively terrible,
Oh.
or like they're backlit as hell and you can't see anything, or like it's just like a close up of some leaves that like got in the frame. It's like, Prompto, what are you doing showing me this? I don't want to see a picture you tried to take where a tree leaf got in your way.
That is bad driving. But
So anyway, this is like a very... Yeah.
it did like the photo ops are so pointless. Like, cause I'm pretty sure you don't even get an achievement. Like, you don't even need
I don't
them for
think
the
so, no.
achievement.
So the point of photo ops is that they're like comic relief.
Pretty much.
Hang on. Prompto just asked for a photo op and now he's complaining you have to walk to the location. Fuck you, Prompto.
Yeah.
Get to Togalia Type D and we'll drive here and we'll push you out onto the exact spot.
Good call.
5 seconds.
Now it's picture time. Ready or
Or just
not?
have Gladio like head bombing. That would be a better picture than whatever the fuck Prompto's taking a picture of right now.
The gang's all here, see? Us? Welcome to Golden Key.
Shut the fuck up, Prompto.
There's a funny thing I love. It showed the Kingdom Hearts series with Kingdom Hearts Chi and 0.2 or whatever they call it. They started to make like "May your heart be your guiding key," like big arc words for the series for the finale of the saga. And the four FF15 voice actors, they were LPing this game for like a charity event or something. And Prompto suddenly calls out, "May your heart be your golden key."
Yeah, that was dumb.
Oh, this one's especially nasty.
As opposed to the other monsters we fight, who are pleasant and cheerful.
Golden Key looks so great at night. It's such a shame that, like, the location is not an actual location that exists. Because that would be such a nice tourist spot.
It just occurred to me, like, actually, like, just now seeing Dino's picture in the menu. I love how, like, Noctis is supposed to be this prince undercover, but, like, so many, like, several of the major quest givers in the game know who he is, even when he doesn't tell them. Like, I think that fisherman guy's the only one who doesn't know.
To like Lestalem and
know,
places like
he's
that,
an old guy.
Like, if people would know who he was immediately, they would probably like be walking up to him and asking him for autographs and whatever. It's only really when he approaches people himself and they can see him up close that they actually recognize him. So I guess it still kind of works.
Can't get it out of my head.
Shut the fuck up, Prompto.
Better make tracks. Chop chop, Prompto. There in a jiffy.
And now I'm just randomly thinking of the Fate Stay Gay Bulges video, because I saw the weapon Noctis had equipped.
Yeah.
Do you know that joke, Techno?
Which one, sorry?
Gay Bulges? There's a thing, the Fate Stay Night series, the anime adaptation, one of the characters, the signature weapon is the guy bulg, or whatever, as it's in the lower left there. But he pronounces it Gay Bulger.
Nice.
So, yeah, the internet got a hold of that, and you could only imagine what they did with that.
Jokes that were funny in like 2011 are now just tired and vaguely offensive.
Yep.
Hey, it hasn't stopped you. Let's be honest, we all used to be funny and cool back in 2011, and now look at us.
I mean, I feel like there's a decent amount of meta humor in this episode, in the sense that the characters don't give a shit. Like, it's obvious they all know in the universe this is pointless, full of garbage. We don't give a shit because we're not actually the cast, and we don't exist as pointless, full of garbage. And we know the characters don't exist pointless, full of garbage. And it's on such a level that...
SCM saw Gay Bulg get translated as Gay Borg.
Yeah, exactly. It's on such a level of not giving a shit that I'm talking about how we're not giving a shit, rather than listening to these translations about gay boards.
Cat, you seem very bitter and upset.
There's a great deal of meta humor in this episode. I don't think you guys are intelligent enough to understand it.
You seem very bitter and upset about just stuff in general, Cat. You know what would help calm you up and cheer you up?
Basically anything with ponies.
I was gonna say booze.
I need to be awake, unfortunately.
That said, if you want to watch ponies while drunk, I can guarantee that that they enhance each other dramatically.
No, we need at least one sober person, because you're high off of life, and Techno is apparently actually drunk. And it's funnier if there's one sober person who can suffer along with you. So for the purposes of comic relief, I need to be fully sober and awake.
Why even bother then?
For the purposes of art.
Like, I just think, let's be honest, people aren't watching our videos, our LPs, for great gameplay tips. I think we abandoned that train back when Scathe ran the LPs. We know what they're here for.
For good mods.
For good mods.
Bad gameplay footage, which is laggy and broken.
In my LP, I gave legit strategies on how to beat the weapons, and no one's ever gonna use them because they're just gonna use fucking Knights of the Round. So,
why wouldn't they?
I mean, I'm still proud that I did something creative. Like, that is still my biggest pride of that LP. Okay. That and the romantic arguments episode.
So SCM, is this LP part everything you hoped it would be, or everything you dreaded it would be?
So anyways, while we wait for a word from our sponsor...
Both. I can get behind that.
Walking through Sagebrush. I also think that Techno's strategies for beating the weapons are just plain unworkable, because they take way too long to get to farm the amount of sources that you need to farm just takes way too long. There's much faster ways of beating the weapons that don't involve farming to 255 sources, farming a million hero drinks, and don't involve Knights of the Round.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I mean, like, I went for something creative, but even still, like, I would not suggest anyone playing through the game actually do that, because farming up, like, 255 of them even though there's a fairly easy way to do it, it's still not fun. Like, that was the least fun part of it.
Yeah, for me, when I beat Ruby Weapon in about 45 minutes, and I was without Knights of the Round, and it was without sources, because I was too lazy to get either of them. And I think I just, like, had it, like, sort of going while I was playing dinner. So still not as long as Yes.
Yeah, so, like, basically, the reason why mine worked was because, like, I farmed up the extra 255 just to make it go faster. But if I hadn't done that, it would just take, like, 45 minutes, whereas instead it ended up taking, like, 10 minutes-ish. But I'm still, like, I mean, there are better strategies than what I came up with.
I've heard these characters say a million times before.
And yeah, that's a good point that was made in the chat, is that, like, any way to beat the weapons that isn't, like, totally cheesing it, like, isn't, like, using Knights of the Round, for instance, is gonna take you fucking ages, whatever, because, like, those fights are basically designed to take hours. Of course, 7 has Knights of the Round, which means they don't take hours, but, yeah, so basically, me farming up 255 is, like, they kind of, like, I guess they didn't design the fight with that in mind. They designed it with the idea in mind that you just, like, have kind of average-ish strength, and then it would just take you hours to do it if you wanted to do it like that. But I also guess they didn't design the fight with my strategy in mind. In fact, I'm not even sure if they design super bosses with any strategy that they want the players to beat it with, so much as they just design the fight with, like, they just say, here's a really powerful boss, find a way to, like, hack some sort of strategy that can kill it. Because I definitely feel like that's what they did with Adamantoise, because there are so many different ways to kill that one.
I'm not entirely sure that's true, otherwise they wouldn't have bothered putting in Knights of the Round at all, but...
I still don't understand why they put Knights of the Round in the original game, because the original one, released in Japan, didn't have the weapons. So, like, I don't know what the point would be of adding this ridiculously powerful spell that just kills the final boss in, like, one hit.
The original one was just broken, so
Even more broken than the version that we got?
Yeah, you could have, like, level 1 Yuffie and all sorts of other crazy shit. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it's perfectly possible that they meant to have the weapons, and it was just, they just didn't put it in because the game was broken. And if I was able to stay connected to the internet for long enough to, like, look this shit up, I would tell you what those differences were.
Oh, fun fact about this game, by the way, is this game is the fastest selling game in the series and has sold 7.7 million copies. So they might end up eventually reaching the 10 million goal that they originally set out, which would be, like, it would be quite nice if they did that, I guess, like, nice for the team. But, like, I still wish it had more time in development, but I'm happy to see it be successful, given how it was pretty good.
Yeah. Like, the thing that I mentioned this in private to you, Techno, I think it is, like, they're constantly updating the game with free content and new gameplay features and story options and that, and people just bitch, this should have been in the game on release. But I'm thinking, like, if this was an MMO, like if FF14 got updated with new main quest line quests and new story content and that, no one would complain because it's an MMO, they expect it. But because this is a single player RPG, everyone's like, you should have been in the game in the first place. It's unfinished. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so to give an example of how just broken the original FF7 was on release, well, there's a whole bunch of different things, but for example, you could fight, like, dummy guard hounds in the Coral Prison. Like, you go into Coral Prison, you get a random encounter with these 4 enemies that don't attack, they're just, like, black versions of guard hounds, enemy model. They just sit there and say, it hurts, over and over, and they just, like, their name is just complete gibberish, and yeah, so that was the thing they forgot to get rid
Oh
of.
wow.
You also could fight Ryusei Kuzumasa and Matsumura Yashushi in that version, and they got rid of them because they needed more enemy IDs so that they could fit Emerald Weapon body parts into the memory.
That's quite funny.
But anyways, back to games that actually matter, and not the broken-ass FF7 release.
Yeah, that was the release
we're
we
gonna
never
talk about
got.
my ROM hack now? You said games that matter.
No.
You said games that matter.
I said games that matter, with the implication being that your ROM hack doesn't matter.
Wow.
Well, that's just wrong.
Welcome to Golden Key.
No, I think it's actually quite correct.
No.
Because the baseline for a game mattering is that more people have played it than the broken FF7 release.
This is, yeah. The people who played the broken FF7 releases are just anyone in Japan who didn't buy the international version. And I feel sorry for those people.
Yeah,
because they should have bought the
So
international
that's
version.
actually a lot of people. You have to actually have a lot of people play your game before it matters.
Well, I got 3,000 downloads on mine.
I count 3,000 downloads as a lot of people. It qualifies.
What do you feel like having today? Thank you for your patronage.
Does that mean we can LP my ROM hack after this one?
I mean, you're welcome to organize the LP.
Oh, good. I can get to chain people up in my basement again.
Hey.
I think that'll be how we end the episode.
Oh, good. Good. Honestly, that was my intent. Like, I made that joke so we can end the episode on that joke.
Yeah. Alright. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We accomplished nothing of value in terms of main story quests. We just killed enemies for ages. And let me stop.
How you want us to get a audio to you?